Good evening, everyone, whoever can join me today. Yesterday I was trying to make this video live and it didn't work for me. I had some problems with the internet or transmission. I don't even know what was the problem, but so here right now I will try to make this video um, that didn't work out yesterday. So we will crochet today this motif, and first, let me tell you what you need to prepare for this before we will go into diagram and read it, and I will explain you how to understand it. First, you need to prepare thread for padding cord, crochet thread number 10. It can be from Aunt Lydia or DMC. You can use a very good thread from DMC. It's called Baroque crochet. Hello, Eva. This is number 10, mercerized cotton, and it's really good for padding cord. So all you need for padding cord, 1.5 meter of thread, folded in half. And use thread number 20 or thread that you're comfortable with for to crochet your motif. I will use crochet thread. For this one, I was using crochet number 20, Lisbeth number 20. And today, right now, at this video, I will choose my silk thread that I have. And I really like to crochet with this thread. So this will be my thread choice. And crochet hook 0.9 millimeters. Also, we will need a marker. And how to use it and when, I will explain it to you also. But first, let's go into the diagram and look at the details. Just a moment, let me make sure that I see everyone. So I will try to bring it closer. So we will have to start this motif from the center, from the round part. Right here, this black circle indicates that we need to make magic loop, and around magic loop we will have to crochet 5 single crochet stitches. First we'll make slip stitch, and then we'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet stitches. Each single crochet stitch separated by loop made of chain 3. At the end of the round, first round, we will make chain 1 and we will make double crochet stitch into the first single crochet. And after that we continue crochet and making round 2. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 and single crochet into the same loop of first round. And we will repeat this throughout to the end. Again, chain 3 and then 2 single crochet stitches separated by chain 3 into the loop below, into the first round. And we repeat this to the end. At the very end, to finish the round 2, we make it exactly the same way as round 1. Chain 1, double crochet stitch into the tip of the double crochet of the first round. And then repeat, make a third round. Third round is a little bit different than second. We will make chain 3, 2 single crochet stitches separated by the loop of chain 3, and those 2 single crochet stitches made in the loop of the previous round. Then chain 3 and only 1 single crochet stitch into the loop below, into the loop of second round. And then again chain 3 and this time 2 single crochet stitches into the next loop. So every other time we make 2 single crochet stitches over the loop of the previous round, separated by chain 3, then again chain 3, and every the other time we will make only one single crochet stitch, then again 2, then again 1, and so on. And we will finish the round 3 with chain 1 and double crochet stitch over the double crochet of the second round, and will be the end of the third round. After that, we will introduce our padding cord, and we will crochet single crochet stitches all the way around the netted circle, netted center of the flower. And so how to crochet the next round with padding cord, I will come back to the diagram and we will talk about this later. But first, let's start our motif. I will keep my book handy and let's crochet together. So let me make sure that you see everything very well. Okay, so we'll make magic loop and around magic loop. First we'll make slip stitch, and then into the loop, making 5 single crochet stitches that are separated by chain 3. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, and again single crochet stitch, it's second, and chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Third single crochet, and again chain 3. Fourth single crochet and chain 3. And one more time single crochet stitch. After this single crochet stitch is made, the last single crochet stitch, pick up short tail of the working thread and pull on it to close this magic loop. And we will leave this, we will weave it in later. First, we will have to finish our first round. So we made 5 single crochet stitches, 4 loops that consist of chain 3, and at the end we have to make chain 1 and a double crochet stitch into the first loop made of 3 single crochet stitches. So we have those little bumps. You cannot really see them very well, but here they are. Double crochet stitch. Actually, it's not in a loop. I'm sorry. Let me look at the diagram. I think I made a mistake. Yeah, our double crochet stitch. Our double crochet stitch is made into the single crochet stitch, into the first single crochet. Okay, so single crochet stitch is right there. Our first single crochet stitch. You probably cannot see mine, but you know where your stitches are. So after this, pick up your marker and insert the marker in the top of the double crochet stitch right here, so that you will not forget and miss that stitch when we will finish the next round. The second round we start with chain 3, and 2 times we will make single crochet stitch into the loop of the first round and separate it with chain 3. So single crochet, chain 3, again single crochet stitch into the same loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet stitch into the next loop of round 1. Single crochet, chain 3, and again into the same loop. I'm not sure if I made chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again single crochet into the same loop. Again chain 3, 2, 3, Now going into the next loop, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet again into the same loop. And let me count my loops. We need to have, according to the diagram, for the second round, we have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 loops. So let me check if I have them. This is important. You don't want to miss anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. So single crochet stitches. Now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we have the last loop here of the first round. Here we make single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet stitch again into the same loop. And now we finish our second round with chain 1, and double crochet stitch where we have our marker. So first I will make my stitch. I will insert my hook where the marker is into the double crochet stitch there of the first round and make my double crochet and move my marker from first round to the second round. Again, move it to the tip of the double crochet you just made. That's it. And now, so I want my loops visible here. Third round, we will make a little bit different and we have to pay really a good attention to what we're making. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet stitch. So into the first loop we will make 2 single crochet stitches separated by chain 3. So single crochet, chain 3, again single crochet stitch into the same loop, chain 3, and only 1 single crochet stitch into the next loop, chain 3. Into the next loop we make 2 single crochet stitches, single crochet, chain 3, and again single crochet stitch into the same loop, chain 3. This time we're doing only 1 single crochet, again chain 3, and in this loop of second round we make 2 single crochet stitches, 1, chain 3, and another single crochet into the same loop, chain 3, and into this one only 1 single crochet, again chain 3, and into this loop we make 2 single crochet stitches, 1, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and another single crochet stitch into the same loop. And at the end we're making only 1, so chain 3, and into the last loop we make only 1 single crochet, chain 1, and we're making double crochet stitch. We're finishing our round 3 with double crochet stitch over the double crochet stitch of the second round where our marker is. So we make that double crochet stitch here. We can remove our marker, we don't need this anymore, and we have our centerpiece made. Here it is. This is how your centerpiece will look like, netted center of the flower. Now let's look again into on a diagram and see what next we will do. So here we made our double crochet stitch. This is our last round for the centerpiece. Now we will introduce padding cord. And it's kind of tricky at the beginning how it's made. We need to make 52 single crochet stitches around the center. We have to crochet over the padding cord and around those loops. So the way we will do this, first we will connect our padding cord with a slip stitch. We'll make chain 1, then we will make 1, 2, 2 single crochet stitches over the padding cord, and then we will make 4 single crochet stitches into each loop over the padding cord. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those 4 stitches go around the loop and padding cord, and continue this way all the way to the end. At the end, we have to make 2 more single crochet stitches over the this little gap right here. Actually, I forgot to tell you, I kind of missed this. That's 2 single crochet stitches, not just over the padding cord, but into this loop that is made with chain 1 and double crochet. So we will make this, and then at the end, the extra 2 or last 2 single crochet stitches over the padding cord and again around this loop. So loop that is made of chain 1 and double crochet stitch. So let's do this first, and then we'll come back to the diagram again. So this short tail, please leave it and forget it for a while. At the very end we can weave it in. So right now we will add our padding cord. So I will just put it on my hook, and I can just make like this slip stitch, connected and secured my padding cord. After this, we will make 2 single crochet stitches over the double crochet stitch and around the padding cord. 1, 2. After that, each loop that we have, don't miss any of that. We will make chain 3. All those loops we make into these loops over the padding cord, 4 single crochet stitches. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next loop, the same thing, over the padding cord and around the loop. Next 4 stitches. 2, 3, and 4. Total will be 52 single crochet stitches. So I am not counting 52 because all I am interested in to have 4 stitches, exactly 4 stitches around the padding cord and each loop. And at the very beginning, there is still padding cord can be seen, so I don't want that to show itself. So I will pull on it a little bit and continue crochet. Again, over the padding cord, and here's our next loop. One, 2, 3, and 4. Continue into the next, around the next loop, and over the padding cord. Don't forget your padding cord. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next loop. First identify where your loop is. It's right there. And enter around the padding cord and around the loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will stop for a moment and will adjust my padding cord, make sure that it's looking neat here. For me it's easier when I hold my stitches with my hand. That way I don't allow them to be too tight together. As soon as I don't have padding cord seen showing itself between stitches on the back, this is all I need. And continue crochet. So next loop right here and padding cord, so around the loop and padding cord. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again into another loop, finding the next loop. Those loops are kind of small, so don't miss any of them. Like this right here I have, it's quite small place. So we'll make 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will stop for a second to adjust my padding cord. I will stop also, say hello to all of you who just joined me. If you cannot watch tonight, you can always watch this video in recording. It will be saved. And let's continue. Finding our next loop and around the loop and padding cord. 1, 2, 3, and 4 single crochet stitches. Next, into the next loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're almost done. We're almost at the end. We can continue our beautiful flowers. So again, coming into the around the loop and padding cord. 2, 3, and 4, and 4. And the next loop. This will be our last, almost last loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will stop here to adjust padding cord, and we still have to make 2 more stitches, 2 more single crochet stitches into the last loop. Remember, we started our first, when we just entered our padding cord, we made where the double crochet stitch was and chain 1 into that loop. We just made 2 single crochet stitches here, so we're finishing with 2. So now we're going into that first loop where we just started, over that loop and padding cord. 1 and 2. That's it, and we're done here. Now let's come back to our padding, our diagram. With padding cord we will go and finish. I will explain later what to do. And now let's look at diagram. So right here, I'm trying to position my book that you would see very well too. So here's our first round. Here we made our first round over the padding cord. One more single crochet we will make right now over this first where the chain one was, right here. And then we will crochet over the padding cord. It says here a number 25. We will make 25 single crochet stitches over the padding cord only, and then we will turn our work and crochet into the stitches of the first row. You see those lines where the single crochet stitches, right? So we will crochet into the back loops, single crochet stitches, and over the padding cord. At the very end, here's our broken dots. You see those broken dotted line. We will make over the padding cord, single crochet stitch over the stitch right here, our first round to the center. So we will skip one stitch here where we made our first single crochet, and we will connect this petal, whatever you can call it, this part, section 1. We have 7 sections like that. So we will make this section 1 and connect with a single crochet stitch over the padding cord to the round part, to a single crochet. When we will connect here, we connect with single crochet stitch, we connect and insert hook in both loops of stitches. We crochet only, entire motif is made into back loops every time we use padding cord, but right here when we connect, we make it only once. So let's make just this part and then we'll come back to diagram. So first what we have to do, single crochet stitch over the padding cord and into the first single crochet stitch that we were making when we just introduced our padding cord. So single crochet stitch here, and then only over the padding cord 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and that's it. So make sure it is not curved right here. It will be probably twisted first, but we will crochet into the back loops of this row of those stitches, 24 stitches going back. We have to turn our work, and the way I do that, so here I will turn it. Also we have to crochet over the padding cord. So I will just make a loop at first of my padding cord and crochet and hold it this way here. It's easier for me at least. And then I crochet into back loops of each stitch over the padding cord, 24 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And at some point it will be uncomfortable to hold it this way, so this is when I will take my padding cord and pull on it to reduce this, to remove the loop, like this. Hello, Wendy. I decided to go and make a video tonight from, I decided that if somebody will join, great. If not, we will just, everybody will watch a recording of that video. So we have 15 stitches here. We have to add more. We need 24 stitches total. So let's continue. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, oops, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And this is when we will turn, but before we have to a little bit, you see, if you have this problem like I have, a little bit too curvy, I need to make it straight. To make it straight, you have to pull on a padding cord slightly. And probably you will not have this problem I had. I just turn it. Now it's straight. Okay, after this, naturally your motif will turn to the wrong side. You need it right side. So turn it this way. Make sure that you're facing the right side of this. And we will crochet into the stitch of the into the padding in the stitches of the round, just one single crochet. We will connect this petal, one single crochet stitch. That's it. Now let's come back to the diagram again. Oh, and I don't know who is watching me from Australia. You have your nickname. I don't know who is that, but I'm glad you can see me from Australia. And I only worry that I will not have enough time. I'm trying to do everything fast, crochet fast, and explain things because it's evening here in the United States. It's 7:30, and it's getting dark. So before dark, I have to finish this video. So next, we made this first section of our flower, of the petal. We connected it with single crochet. Now we will make over the padding cord. At first, you see this broken dotted line? That means that we will crochet all those stitches right here, all those stitches, into the back loops of the 24 stitches here, and we will make 20 single crochet stitches over the padding cord into the back loops of previous row. It does not look like it's all connected, but only one time it shows you. And if you look at the picture here of the motif itself, you could see very clearly that all this is connected. Every row connected, only little tips of the petals are not. It's nice to have the description, of course, written instructions, but since we don't have it, we have diagrams. I prefer diagrams, honestly. So anyway, we will come back now and crochet into that first petal, next section, 20 single crochet. Look at the red numbers here. 20 single crochet stitches over the padding cord into the back loops of the stitches below. and then only over the padding cord 5 single crochet stitches right here. Then we will turn our work and crochet into the back loops of each stitch right in here. We will crochet 20 single crochet stitches, and you can see we are not finishing here. We will turn again, we will turn it and crochet 15 single crochet stitches over the padding cord, connecting them here, and only then again only over the padding cord, making the tip of the petal, going back single crochet stitches over the padding cord. We crochet 19, so we will crochet over 15, well 15, 5 here, it will be actually 20, but when you turn back, one stitch is missing. We cannot crochet into the first stitch, so it will be 19 stitches together, and then 4 more stitches into those stitches of the second section right in here. And you can see those broken lines right here that show you which way you have to go and where you crochet those stitches. So let's make this part first. So now I will turn my diagram if it's easy for me. Actually, it's not. I cannot turn my book the way I want because my table does not allow it to me. So let's just... Oh, it's Claire. Cool. Nice. Hi, Claire. Okay, so now we're turning our work. Here it is, like that. And we crochet over the padding cord 20 single crochet stitches over the padding cord and into the back loops of section 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will stop for a moment, adjust my padding cord. You can see how it misbehaves here. So all I have to do, just pull on each strand to make sure that it is gone. It's not showing itself through the stitches. So we have 10, we need 10 more. So 20 single crochet stitches over the padding cord into the back loops of previous row. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Again, I will stop to make sure that my padding cord is and make sure that all this is straight. This part is, all those rows supposed to be straight, no curvings, no curved rows. Now we crochet only over the padding cord 5 single crochet stitches, making a tip of the petal, only over the padding cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Now we will turn our work again. And the way I turn it, I make sure right away that my padding cord is grabbed by the pinky of my right hand. So I create kind of, I hold this loop. It's easier for me to start something like, especially in these places. It's kind of like not connected to anything. It's wobbling. So I hold it at least this way. If you can see my hands, how I hold it, probably it will help you also. So okay, let's do that. Our next stitches we have to count 19 single crochet stitches according to the diagram. 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You probably notice I always like to stop at 5 or at 10. So now I will have to remove this loop by pulling on the padding cord, just like this. First I move both of them, and then when it's very little loop like that, this is when I do that one by one. That's it. So it's not showing anywhere. And continue crochet with the padding cord. So we have 10, we need 19 over the padding cord into the back loops of previous row. 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, and 19. And as you notice, according to the diagram, I'm not coming back to diagram, but I can if you need to. I just memorize the diagram every time I crochet at least once. I remember my motifs. So now we are not going to connect to the round part. We right away turning here, turning our motif like that, and we crochet only 15 single crochet stitches over the padding cord and into the previous row. 15. So first we make 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And again, we're not finishing to the very end. Let's adjust padding cord first. Make sure it's not showing anywhere, and it's not showing here into the tip in the turning area where we turned our work. And this time we crochet only over the padding cord 5 single crochet stitches. 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let me just quickly jump into the diagram just one more time to remind you where we at. So we are right in here. This is where I am. I made my 15 stitches, I made my 5. Now I will turn my work and I will go back and crochet 19 single crochet stitches. Yes, 19 single crochet stitches, and then I will crochet 4 stitches right here, and only then I will connect again. This time when I will connect, we will have to skip 1 single crochet stitches in on the round part, and then crochet over the padding cord single crochet stitch. Okay, let's continue. So 5 single crochet stitches, turn your work. I will make my loop to make it comfortable to crochet, and 19 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I skipped one. It's very important not to skip stitches here. 14, 15, 16, 17. It's not comfortable here, so I have to pull on the padding cord. 17, and 2 more stitches. So see where we're at, right? 18 and 2 and 19. 19. After that, see where we're at. You see how it looked like, right? We did not come all the way through. We turned, made our short petal, and now we will crochet single crochet stitches right here. 4 single crochet stitches here over the padding cord into the back loops. So let's do that. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we connect this time. We connect this time our petal or that row, skip 1 stitch here and into the next when we insert hook there into 2 loops over the padding cord also. Now I will check my padding cord, make sure it's behaving well in here. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Our 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's come back to diagram and look what next. So here we add 1, 2, 3, 3 sections we made. Now here, this is last stitch I made. After this we go and crochet. It says 20 single crochet stitches, so we will repeat this part 2 more times. This, not this part, but this part will repeat 1 time and again. So we will make first, just like here, everything is repeated now, 20 single crochet stitches, first 20 single crochet stitches over the padding cord, and we connect them to this section, section 3. Then 5 stitches over the padding cord only, then going back make 20 single crochet stitches and stop here, not continuing, turning our work and make 15 single crochet stitches over the padding cord into the back loops of the previous row, then only over the padding cord 5 single crochet stitches, turning our work and going and crocheting over the padding cord into the back loops 19 stitches, and then 4 single crochet connecting to this section 4 right here, and then connect with single crochet stitch and over the padding cord to the centerpiece, again skipping 1 stitch here. So every time you connect to the round part, you skip 1 stitch and connect to the next one. So let's repeat those 2 parts. You check your diagram. I will not come back to it. I will just look at it and tell you what to crochet, and you follow me with my crochet. So 3 sections are done. Now over the padding cord, turn our work and crochet 20 single crochet stitches into the back loops over the padding cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 'Adjusting padding cord slightly, make sure it looks nice and neat. 10 and 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Before I will continue, I will just pull on a padding cord slightly to make sure, because it's always padding cord is cut between stitches. Now after this, 5 more single crochet stitches only over the padding cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we're turning our work and crochet first 15 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. Let me check my the diagram. So we made 20. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. We made 20 and now I made 5. Then we're going back with 20. So we have 15, 5 more. So on the way back we have 20 for this row. It's next 15 stitches. So 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, and 20. This is when we are not finishing to the very end of the row. Right here, this gap over there. Turn in your work like that. And crochet over the padding cord. This time 15 single crochet stitches over the padding cord into the back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we made our 15 single crochet stitches going back. Now we will make over the padding cord only 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, turn your work. And this time we go and crochet 19 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you already know after 10, at least I stop after 10. Let me fix my spliced thread. 10. Now we will fix my padding cord, pull on it, just to make sure that I don't have here this loop that created by padding cord. Like this. So, okay, 10 we made, now 9 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18 and 19. 19 single crochet stitches, and after that, remember, like we did it before, I will show in a minute. I adjust my padding cord, and in this gap right here, right here, 4 more single crochet stitches, just like we did here, over the padding cord into the back loops, going into that section 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's kind of tricky place here because tight stitches, very small and fine thread, for me at least. Okay, after that I will adjust again my padding cord before I will connect. That short tail is on the way. Okay, like this. Now we will connect to the centerpiece. And again, as you remember, over the padding cord, single crochet stitch, but first we skip one and go into the next stitch. Skip one into the next stitch, over the padding cord, single crochet stitch. Here it is. So after that, I repeat exactly the same piece. This right here, this and that. One more time. So turn in our work and crochet over the padding cord. First 20 single crochet stitches. We just repeat the pattern. So first we go with 20 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 more. 1, 2, it's actually 12, I will better count this way. 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Make sure that your padding cord is adjusted. It's not showing itself anywhere. After that, 5 single crochet stitches only over the padding cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your work. And crochet 20 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 more. And this is that row that is not going to be to the end of the row. So 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So adjust again your padding cord. This time again we turn our work. Like remember, we are not going to finish this part. Turn our work and crochet 15 single crochet stitches over the padding cord and into the back loops. Entire motif, back loops, padding cord. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I will fix my padding cord. Make sure it's not showing also in here. After this, we have to crochet 5 more stitches over the padding cord only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your work and crochet the last row. This is our last row, and we make 19 stitches at first, 19 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't really have to count the last row because all you do, you basically crochet into the back loops over the padding cord whatever stitches are there. All of them will be 19, and then 4 more into the section 6 or 5, 6, into the first row of section 6. So while I'm crocheting this, I'll just want to remind you, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell button, and this way you will receive notifications when I'm going live. You will not miss my video tutorials. Also, share my videos if you can on your social media with those who actually like to crochet. Some friends that you refer to me probably don't know that my group Irish Crochet Lab video tutorials not for everyone. And I'm sorry, but this is a group that is private and only for all students who purchase my video tutorials complete course. And this is what gives them opportunity not just to have access on the website, but also have access to me personally, to talk to me, to ask questions in the group. There are way much more in that group, more information. And but you can refer your friends to my website and learn about video tutorials complete course, where I show and teach and traditional Irish crochet and modern. Also, there are more than 100, almost 160, I believe, motifs. We have projects to crochet that help you to learn how to make beautiful motifs, how to learn the technique of connecting motifs with background netting. So you notice how I finished my 19 stitches. Now I'm going and filling this gap right here, 4 more stitches. I also want to tell thank you to all of you who donated to my website. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your donations. It's very generous of you. And thank you for your support anyway. You're always very kind to me. Always. Look, all my students, like my family almost, we became good friends with many of you. Now we finished our petals, and now connect the last petal again. Skip 1 single crochet. Skip 1 single crochet. We connected here, and let's look at the diagram. Let's look at the diagram. It's very easy to finish. So now we need to, this is where we finished. We finished, and now we're going and crochet into that first round over the padding cord. First we make 22 single crochet stitches. Hello, Josephina. 22 single crochet stitches, then we make tail over the padding cord, 25 stitches, going back into the back loops all the time. Back loops here, here, right here. Then going back 24 single crochet stitches. You see it's kind of curved. You can create that curve, and I'll show you how. And then finish with another 22 single crochet stitches over the padding cord. Finish right here. And then we will take care of our padding cord and weave in our thread from magic loop and final thread, our working thread, so that it will be secured and saved. So let's continue our motif and let's finish it together. So let's, where is padding cord, and into the back loops again. Here we go. I will not really count. It's not really important to count how many stitches, because all you have to do, just stop somewhere in the middle. But you can count. It's always nice to count if you want to be precise. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 'You can see my padding cord between stitches once in a while. It's um, kind of cut between stitches, and you could see it. And this is what you don't want to see. You don't want to see a padding cord. And back side or front side looks beautiful. Both sides look nice. So continue. Have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So don't forget over the padding cord and into the back loops of that round. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 stitches here, half round. So I have 20, two more stitches, 1 and 2, and now I can crochet only over the padding cord. We crochet stem. We crochet 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I will stop. I will make 20 only. I will be back. I'll go back and crochet. So you can go with 25 as they say, and then go back, you crochet 24. So right here also back loops. Insert your hook into back loops only and crochet with the padding cord. This motif is absolutely beautiful. I really want to try it with some thread that is variegated or couple colors. Make this more live. But of course it's classical motif, and classical motifs in Irish crochet all made in ecru color or white. And they of course absolutely looking beautiful. Now I also want to mention that you probably already noticed, those of you who follow me all the time, all my video tutorials from this book, notice that I do not crochet every single motif from that book. And the reason I do not do that, because some motifs are very similar. And so when I crochet one, at least that, and the other 2 or 3 motifs very similar to the one that I made, there's no point of making and wasting time to crochet it, because I think you also need to practice and learn on your own. Unless you will have a problem and you cannot understand something in a diagram, you're welcome to send me email, or if you are part of my group, you can always ask me questions and I will explain how to make this, how to read the diagram. But some motifs, it just doesn't make sense to make it because they are very similar. So I skip some motifs. So now you can pull on this like that to create a curve, or you can leave it the second row, depends which way you want it to curve, like that. So it's all depending how much you pull on a cord on the first round, and then how much you stretch your padding cord here in the second round when you go back. So both ways you can, if you want your tail go the other direction, you pull on a cord. If you don't want it, if you want it curved like that, you just a little bit stretch it here, your stitches, and it will look like that. So it's up to you. So now we finished our stem. Make sure that we need to finish the other part. Make sure you turn your motif to the right side and finish with single crochet stitches. We made 22 stitches, half of that round, and another half also 22 stitches. Again, over the padding cord into the back loops. So just continue where you stopped, in the same place almost next stitch, and you continue 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is no really need to count. You just go and stop right into this area. Also, I want to remind you, if you didn't see my post, I have sale in my website, in my online shop. If you buy, I believe if you buy 2 motifs, you have 1 pattern free. If you buy 3 patterns, you have 2 free. If you buy 5 patterns, you have, I believe, 3 patterns for free. So you need to go to irishcrochetlab.com and go see a page online shop of patterns, crochet patterns, and choose motifs you like. They are on sale right now. Of course, those of you who are purchased my video tutorials, the complete course, you don't need to buy those patterns because all of them are included in the video tutorials. And a few more stitches left to finish. So here you can do a few things. Let me unravel a few stitches. And I prefer actually to go this way. I used to finish a little bit different, and you already saw how I finish my motifs. I will take this padding cord and I will fold it in half. Just fold it here. Not in half, there's not literally half. Whatever, you can just fold it like this and crochet the rest of it over this 4-stranded cord. To the very end. And the end, I will show you how I finish the end. It's also very important. So crochet tight that it will not be, you will not see the transition where the cord became thicker. So if you make your stitches nice and tight, it will not even, no one will ever notice that you have here something different. And continue to that point, to that place where you have to stop. Try to make sure that your padding cord is not showing through the stitches because it's now thicker than before, and will be a little bit not as easy crochet as before. Let's say that. Like this. And I think I have one more stitch here. Just one more stitch. So this last stitch, insert your hook into that stitch and into that loop of padding cord. And this part, pull on it. Pull on the padding cord in such a way that this part right here where you inserted your hook you cannot see anymore because I pulled on a padding cord. So you insert into the stitch first and then into the loop created by padding cord. Insert there your hook and crochet your last stitch through those all loops, through the stitch and the padding cord loop. That's it. Now I like to go little bit on the back, pick up the closest stitch here. I'm sorry, I moved my hands, and make a slip stitch. Somehow I cannot grab that stitch. Okay, right here probably. Like that. Make slip stitch here, kind of on the back. Slip stitch and cut your thread off. Pull it out. So, by doing this with padding cord, what I just showed you, you don't have to weave it in, or you don't have to sew over this the way I showed it to you before. Remember, I showed it a couple times. And this is when you can take your padding cord and just cut it off. You don't need this anymore. Like this. That's it. Now your padding cord is secured. All you need to do to weave in the thread of the that holding our magic loop and this thread. So let's first take care of this short one. With a short tail, you will have to weave in this thread from magic loop, quite a long piece. I made it quite short, but try to be very and go first into the stitches where single crochet stitches and insert your thread right there. And if you crochet tight, the little pliers always help to weave in. And then just weave in anywhere in that little netted piece that you just crocheted, that netted center. Just weaving thread through the stitches. In the chains, single crochet stitches, and I will bring it out close to the area where we have padding cord. Yes, Claire, this way to finish way better, way better. You don't have to sew over it. It's not so difficult to crochet, by the way, that ending this padding cord. So now, when I was weaving this thread from magic loop, we wind in this thread through the stitches and net and chains to the padding cord, and this is where to finish, to secure, to make sure that that your magic loop will never open, because this is really not very secure place. If you will do this, if you will weave in this thread now one way and then go the other way, this way you will really secure your thread and it will not come out ever. So your magic loop is safe. There's no worries about it. It will not unravel your motif. So done here, you can cut this off. It's done. And what is left? This long tail. The same way, just thread the needle. Thread the needle and weave in thread on the back of your motif. And here you can pick up any place you want to go. I will go and weave in into those stitches here, into the where the padding cord is. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit my camera and it just starts shaking. So I will go in and insert right into those motifs, inside motif, into those stitches where the padding cord is. It's a quite tight area, for me at least, because I crochet tight, so I use my little pliers. So I'll go one way. And since I'm using a silk thread is very easy, can unravel very easily. And when you weave in silk thread, I would recommend to weave in a long tail and don't go only one direction. I'm showing you right now, I'll show you. So I was going this way. Now I will go back. That way I will secure my thread really good. So when I go back, I kind of skip. You can see where my thread coming from. So I jump over this thread stitches here. My thread is behind those stitches. So now I will go and into the next stitch, kind of create a little loop like that. Go back this way, create this loop, and then go back where it was coming before from. Jump this way now, the other opposite part. And now I weave in back into the same area I was going before, but opposite direction. Like that. I hope I explained it very good. Sometimes I would struggle to explain, or it feels like I understand and I think that everybody else understood. But so here, after that, we can cut thread off. That's it. And here's our motif. Here it is. So we actually finished in an hour and a half our lesson. So I hope if you have questions for me, ladies, you can ask me right now. If not, then I will finish my lesson here and I will take my dogs for a long walk. They're patiently waiting for me, actually. This motif is really cute, really. I really love it. It's beautiful. You can try if you want to modernize it a little bit. I will give you a few hints. You can crochet this part with beads, very fine beads, or add metallic thread inside, and then the rest of it make with regular thread. And try it with variegated thread. Probably it will look really beautiful. Try this area with green, and this is with some kind of purplish magenta mix. So try what you can do and enjoy crocheting. I will see tomorrow. We will have another lesson at 12 o'clock from a different book, Masterpieces of Irish Crochet Lace. So I will be glad if you'll join me. Please like my videos so that way in algorithm for YouTube it will move my video up on their scale and other people could see the videos. Well, thank you very much for joining me tonight or morning or day where you live. Have a wonderful the rest of the week and weekend. And I will talk to the rest of you who will join me tomorrow at 12 o'clock. That's it for today. Good night.